What's going on, guys? Bear with me as we troubleshoot here. We're working on it. I'm figuring it out little by little. So make sure it got hit by the announcements, which it doesn't. Don't think it did. Send it on to another Discord as well. Hey, what's going on live from the patio? We're working on it. We're behind today. We were not prepared. Hey, Matt from Whiskey Wisdom second. Dollar Bill Will's here too. Let's go ahead and do this. Anybody is more than welcome to pop on stream if they would like. Working on it. Still struggling. Pin message. Boom. We just went live. That way we didn't have to sit here and take time to try to make a thumbnail. I have a cool thumbnail, not mine, so I'll probably make one anyways and put it up after the fact. But here we are. All right. So we have an itinerary tonight, so we can kind of keep on track. What's up, Bourbon Bitch? J Rock. Got Craig, Bourbon Santa, Mr. Mom, Locktar. I have a sheet, and the sheet explains the different pours that we have. So I've got 4 different pours here, and then I've got a bonus one, a 5th pour. This one's 100 proofer, 70 corn. I think it's 20 wheat and 10 barley. We're gonna be drinking some moonshine tonight. So I've got 5 pours of moonshine. I haven't even unwrapped them yet, so these are all homemade distillate. I cannot reveal my sources as the confidentiality of my client is very important, of the utmost. See if we can get these unwrapped up. Well, we might have broke one. I don't think so. We'll see, though. Give me a second. They're all saran wrapped on, and we're trying to get the saran wrap off. I'm pretty sure we just dropped one on the grounds. It's still intact. We're okay. What's going on, guys? Prospect Willow says hello. Oh, let's see. There we go. Got that one unwrapped. Ooh, that one gets up there in proof. When I said we're drinking moonshine, I mean we're drinking like actual moonshine. It's going to get scary. What's up, B Factor? Yeah, we already made a party foul. Well, I guess it's not really a party foul if it didn't break, though, right? I'd have to actually break it for it to be a foul. Got 2 more to unwrap. Try to do these without dropping these. Ooh, this one's a high proof, too. Straight off the still, and it's 144 proof. White dog. Damn. It's Adam from Major Zero. What's going on, man? We had a little bit of a delay today because we had to run all the way down to my in-laws. We needed a signature from my father-in-law for a vehicle that was totaled out where his name was still on the partial owner. So, and of course, we had to eat dinner, try to still be a family. Family always comes first is how I look at it. And now that we're here, we're late. Hopefully more people can check it out, though. Joel S., what's going on? G Good, what's up? Straight or flavored shine? Well, for the most part, it's going to be straight. I mean, this is straight up white dog at 144 proof. You can literally see through it. That's how clear it is, straight off the still. Thomas Anderson, all with it from Michigan. We got Bobby Dillard, Ross Thunderclap. What's up, Josh? Mr. Dave Vogelsang. 144 ain't a dog. That's a freaking wolf. Yeah. And then we got a 140 proof ancient grain. And I do have some notes on them too. So I think it only makes sense to do them in order of proof. So 144 will be last, so we're not blind. I've got 3 100 proofers, and then we go straight from 100 proof to 140 proof, and then to 144 proof. Do the shake test. I can try. It's like a bunch of tiny little bubbles, and they like disperse, but there's still like a bunch of tiny little bubbles still like slowly moving up towards the top. It's kind of cool. All right, let's start with. I guess we'll start with the first one because the first one I don't have any notes for because the 4 came with the set and the other one was from around Christmas time. So this is 100 proof, 70 corn, 20 wheat, and 10 barley. Came in a little mason jar too, which is pretty cool. I can't remember what this one is, but it definitely has a scent to it. Hey, Tora, what's going on? It's just like sweetened corn. He says, "Be careful, that shit can make you blind." Well, I don't plan on drinking the full 2 ounce of it, especially not, times 5. We're not trying to drink 10 ounces of moonshine tonight, but we are trying to have a good time. I bought a breathalyzer and we tried that out, Mr. Mom, and the breathalyzer was like a cheap, shitty one that didn't really work right. So, and you're supposed to like wait 30 minutes before you take it. So like if you do a breathalyzer, like I could do one now if I haven't had anything to eat or drink beforehand, but like after the fact, like you'd have to wait basically 30 minutes before I could do a test to see if it's going to hang out and sit around waiting just to blow. You've been staring at YouTube, hitting refresh, waiting for some signals. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like he texted me too. He's like, "Are you going live tonight?" And I'm like, I plan to. Way better flavor than it smells. It's it's got like this like sweet molasses taste. Good amount of corn. That wheat profile kind of comes out too. The barrel on this one too that comes through in the flavor, pretty well balanced. It's very ethanol forward on the nose, but on the palate, it's not bad. What's going on, Tater Dom? Hey, Dwani. Yeah, I've had moonshine before from one of the North Carolina area, some mountain men, but this is from a little bit closer to home and still just as good. Nathan, what's going on, man? Father Fortenberry. Yeah, so we got some moonshine to try. I'm gonna kind of read off some of the little panel thing for the other 4. I've got 2 that are 100 proof, one that's 140, and one that's 144 proof. You said that turkey's winking at you, trying to get that wild turkey 12 in the back. So the sweet potato one, it was distilled with Beauregard, if I pronounce that right, sweet potatoes and spring water. After distilling, it was aged on toasted and charred pecan wood staves for 3 months. The heavily toasted pecans were placed inside the whiskey for another month. Finally, Amburana was added for a total of 5 days. So the sweet potato one is essentially an Amburana finish with some pecan that should come through. So a lot of nut, a lot of Amburana. I'm really excited to try that one now. Now, the next 100 proofer one is the Bee's Knees. The distillate was from fermented honey and spring water. So it's a mead. And then it was distilled down to 100 proof and aged on lightly charred white oak. So that's going to be more of a mead rather than a moonshine, but still very excited, very interested. Then we're going to jump up to the 4-grain bourbon. It's labeled as ancient grain. It's from a mash bill of 72% corn, 16% wheat, 8% barley, 4% rye, and was aged in a glass along with a char 3 white oak stave for 9 months before proofing and bottling. And when I say proofing, I mean he means proofing down because this bad boy is 140 proof, and that's proofed down. And then the last one, White Dog, 49 corn, 43 soft red winter wheat, 8% malted barley, This hazmat comes in at 144 proof. What's going on, Mr. Barrel Dave? So that's just kind of the little sheet that we were given alongside the 4 pours. So as soon as we finish up with the bonus pour, the extra pour, that's the one that came in the little mason jar, we'll be able to go to 2 other 100 proofers, and then we got to take the climb, man. We got to take a leap of faith and jump from 100 proof to 140 proof. Got a message on Discord. Let's see. We'll have to figure it out. I'll tell them. I will figure it out after live stream. Thought we had a message pertaining to the live stream. I got excited. Ooh. So, long day. Looks like tomorrow we will be buying a car. We've narrowed it down. Looks like we're going to be getting a white Kia Sportage. It's not the base model. It's the model right above it. I've got money in the account right now set up, so we will be dropping some pretty good funds to purchase this car. $30,000 vehicle. Interest rate will be around 3%, and we're going to put about $10,000 down. Got to cover, title licensing and fees. Still should be close to 10,000 down. So do a 5 to 6 year note. Talking like still like $400 to $450 for a car note. It's kind of insane to me. It's kind of ridiculous how expensive cars are. Kind of wish my wife didn't get rear-ended and her car wasn't totaled out. But at least she's okay. I literally griped at her for a really long time about her making sure she was taking care of it, that she was okay. So I took her to the hospital. But the main thing was like I didn't care about the car. I cared more about her. Cars can be replaced. People can't. So just something to think about, guys. Even though this car is going to hurt the wallet, at least it can be replaced. Some of the guys that I used to work with at GM and Flint made it also. Nasty tasting stuff. I feel like if it's done right, it can be done pretty good. This one's more of like a hobbyist that made this particular batch. He plays around with a lot of it. You do have like the White Dog, which is just straight up clear stuff. This is what we were trying to drink when I was up in North Carolina, and that stuff was pretty hard. You want to talk about all the experimental barrel aging, proofing, and flavoring down, though? You can definitely make something that's not as good, that's that high of a proof when you cut it down into something better. But yeah, I can tell you the first time I tried actual moonshine and not the store-bought crap that's all flavored and additives, I wasn't expecting that. What's up, Josh? Trying out some Good Times cigar blend right now. That's funny you mentioned that, Tater Dom. I actually just purchased 2 Good Time bottles. Both of them should be here on Friday. You scared that cat. She jumps so bad. You scared the kitty cat. You're so evil. The Good Times WLW. It's like a honey finished one. That one was like 140 roughly. Oh, shipped. And then the other one, because I got it as a package deal, it's like a Mexican vanilla bean. It's like a Stag, old times 8-year MGP. I'm excited to try those. So I'm curious, Tater Dom, if you like the Good Times cigar blend. I've heard some bad things about the cigar blend. I've heard a lot of bad things about Good Times in general, but I've heard some people talk really highly about it too. So I'm ready to try my own. What's going on, Kick Shop? Poured up some Bardstown. Yeah, the wife's okay. I mean, that's who just came in. She was telling me about how she was outside watering the plants and the cat came up to the window and she sprayed the window and the cat flipped out. Kia's rough with insurance if it's not new. It will be new. It'll be a 2025. The one with keys or easy theft insurance is rough. Check with your agent. This will be it'll be one of those push to starts, but that's the main thing we're gonna be looking at is gap insurance, insurance of the vehicle in general, and just seeing if we can get a better rate. That's probably due to Flint water. Yeah, I think he used like a mineral water, spring water. What do you say? Spring water. Yeah, spring water. So I guess if you use normal water versus spring water, it could do a little bit different. Not enough Tater travelers still won't allow full coverage on any models. Yikes. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. I'll see if I can get you a sample of the Good Time cigar batch, a 750 milliliter sample bottle. Hey, you know, 750 milliliter sample bottles are pretty banger. Torup sent me a 750 milliliter sample bottle. He sent me it's a Cody Road bourbon. Matter of fact, I've actually been sampling it out like he asked me to do. He said basically drink it and enjoy it myself or sample it out. So we've been trying to sample it out. I'm fine with keeping it and drinking it myself for like the price that I paid, or I didn't pay the price that he paid for it. For a 105 proof single barrel is pretty damn good, honestly. Like that's a home run hitter for a budget bottle right there for sure. I'd put it on par with like the early times. Like as far as like early times is only 100 proof. That's single barrel 105 proof for the Cody Road, and the Cody Road's about the same price, honestly. A little bit more, not much more though. So pretty cool. Progressive is hard to beat. Get 250K plus liability limits. I'll definitely look into it, man. Like I know you're into the insurance industry as well. I can actually sell home and auto insurance, so I'll probably run it through my company too and see what we can do as far as value and price point. But yeah, definitely something that I've got to be concerned about because the idea of needing a gap insurance will be very important, very important if we can't get enough insurance on it and we go upside down on it. Any interested in trying one of these Uncle Near 777 anniversary blends? A ton of interest, honestly. So interesting to talk about that one. I'm glad you mentioned it. I do have someone that's local to me that was talking about wanting one, but she never followed up. There was only 36 bottles of that made it into the DFW area, and I know one of the guys locally that has 8 of them. So I am kind of curious to try that one. But mainly, I have Leah that she definitely was looking for a bottle. So I'm probably going to try to get a bottle eventually, but it won't be for me. It'll be for her. I have an uncle near a single barrel because of Hunter. Bourbon Hunter really wanted me to pick it up. He actually helped send some funds to offset the cost of the bottle. So I'd open it and try it. I still have it too. Maybe I should go back and try that one too. So this stuff right here, my only gripe, and I think the guy who made it still in chat, it's a little too sweet. Like honestly, like it's really good. Like it's dangerously good. And at 100 proof, like you could easily crush this. Like on the nose, not that great, I'll be honest, but on the taste, the profile on the first tasting notes of that stuff is delicious. And then on the back end, the finish, like it's sweet and savory. Like, oh my goodness, that is a crushable pour. Job well done on making that one. I got that one around Christmas time last year, along with a couple other local guys. So really appreciate that one. That one was a hand delivery. Who else is in chat? Let's see. You said more licorice than you care for on the early times. I get more of a cherry note, but I can see that. I have a friend who got hit last week on Buckner and Mesquite. The driver was here illegally, no driver's license, no insurance, and not his car. Don't know if it was stolen. Very important to have insurance. My wife kind of falls in the same boat as what just happened for you. At the end of the day, like they just filed it underneath uninsured motorist because, I mean, the guy's information was bogus. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things you get hit by someone, like they might carry some kind of insurance to show you, but it doesn't mean it's legit and it doesn't mean it's in effect. Pouring up the next one. Still going to be on the 100 proofers. We got 3 100 proofers before we jump up to the big boy proof, the 140 proofer. Just had a standoff with the Patel cartel, ran my card twice. I claimed I never paid, double charged, stole money. File fraud, buddy, file fraud. Gap only covers 115 to 125% of the cash value when totaled, so don't go too crazy overpaying. Yeah, you know what? That was the thing too. Is like I want to know how much gap insurance is going to cost. I'm not really too familiar with the price on how they judge what it's going to be on a $30,000 vehicle. We're putting about a third of the money down, so we'll have a $20,000 loan at like 3% over 5 to 6 years. I don't want to put too much down for gap insurance, so we might skip on that, but we'll see. It'll really come down to what they can offer. Nathan said he has a couple. Okay. I like to hear that. So this next one's going to be the sweet potato whiskey. It was distilled in the Beauregard sweet potatoes spring water. After distilling, it was aged on toasted and charred pecan wood staves for 3 months. Heavily toasted pecans were then placed inside the whiskey for another month. And then finally, Amberana was added for a total of 5 days. So pecan and Amberana is what we should be expecting on this one based off the read. Hey, what's going on, Mike? A Dusty Evan Williams 7-year 90 proof black label from 2001. Good Lord. You have whiskey that old? What's going on, Paul? DefX10 says mass deportations ASAP. You know, when you have an open border, I'm just saying, the people crossing, they're not always the best people. They're not always model citizens. They're not even all Mexican. I mean, a lot of people think it's just because it's the Mexico border. We've got a lot of issues coming in. I'm sure you guys saw in the news about the apartment complex that got like raided by the Venezuelans. There was like a group of Venezuelan immigrants that came in and they were holding people at gunpoint. Pretty wild. Oh yeah. Don't finance the Gap insurance. No. I'll pay for that outright. I plan on paying taxes, licensing, and fee, and Gap insurance all separate. That'll be like straight up cash. So Torp says I don't even need Gap at all if I'm putting a third of the money down. So I kind of agree with that one too. Jeff, what's going on, brother? Everybody's been asking about you. We haven't seen you in Discord too much. I saw you the other day, but we didn't really chat too much. No, Craig, no, not the sweet potato. The other one, the one that was in the jar. The one that I got around Christmas time. The sweet potato one I'm trying right now. The pecan and Amberana. It does have a lot of cinnamon on it. It does have a lot of that pecan flavor, so it's definitely capturing those flavors just right. And it's crazy because it has a lot of Amberana on it. And the Amberana was only added for a total of 5 days. Gap is for like 1K down people or worse. If you owe less than the value, Gap is a waste, but only like $20 to $40 a year from your car insurance policy. Never buy from dealerships. So never buy Gap insurance from dealerships. Is that what we're saying? Copy. Did you try this one, Jeff? Did you already try this one, the sweet potato one? We're trying to not leak out who made this stuff because it's a crime. Small town in Ohio got overrun by Haitians. They're eating people's pets in Ohio. That's pretty freaking disgusting to think about. Oh, I told them that you've been busy with work, man. I told them, but they were asking about you, so you are missed. Jeff ain't got the Gap on the Acura. That's good. It's good. I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon, but this is very tasty. I like this. You're only going to have one pour tonight, but with RJ doing a live feed, I got to have another. What are you going to pour up then? What are you going to pour up? I'm curious. We've been needing to get to this for a while. I have Moonshine now that this live will be able to fit that niche. I still have tequila. I have a lot of tequila to try. What's up, Jesus from the Bloody 81? And then my dad, whenever he comes back into town, let me see if I got to check my text messages. He kind of gave me a time frame when he'd be back in town. Let's see. He was sending me pictures too. Like, I don't know if you guys can see these, but he went to like the duty free stores and he was asking me if I wanted anything. And the only thing I saw that looked halfway interesting was they had the Traveler version of the Jack Daniel's single malt, but Tyler already offered me a bottle. I just told him it was a pretty good bottle for what it is. Trying to remember, but my dad said maybe the 17th, it looks like. So sometime in the middle of this month, he should be back. Sweet potato is fire. I'm gonna do the white dog. If you do, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely working my way up there though. So we got a little ways to go, Jeff. We just got to the pour. Well, we started the pour that we got when we were up at the goody goody. The second pour is the sweet potato. I'm gonna go to the bee's knees, the mead, and then I'm gonna go to the ancient grain, and then I'll go to the white dog. So we'll get there. We'll get there, Jeff. You're gonna do a bottle and bond or a rye. Let me go check the cabinet. My vote's a rye. Still nursing your Bacardi 151, obviously not sipping. That Ocho I sent you is most similar to the Corazon barrel finishes, but better. Still not great. I can see the Ochos pretty often too. Yeah, so we have tequilas to try. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but nice enough to send me. He opened it and he tried some too, and then he sent me the rest of it. So this is the 50 milliliter bottle. I think it's a 50 mil. It might be 100 mil. It's not very big. At the end of the day, it's the Cabal. This is normally like a $300 bottle for like the big boy. So having a mini to try to see if this high end Añejo tequila is gonna tickle that fancy. So we'll have tequila for a live stream for sure, and then I definitely have beers coming up. I haven't decided. Do you guys want to see the beers tasted on live, or do you want to see those in video format? Those will be with my dad. So just a heads up. If you like sherry finish, you'll love that one. You know, some sherry finish stuff is pretty good. All right, that's the sweet potato one. That one's pretty damn good. I'm curious on what that one tastes like at a higher proof. Proof down to 100 proof, though, that is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You picked up the Alma del Jaguar Repo today. Nice. All right. Next pour, still going to the 100 proofer. So we went from 100 proof to 100 proof to the third 100 proof. This one's a mead, though. Kind of taking a step back. Hopefully, this doesn't tear up my taste buds or mess with my potential headache or hangover that we might have because we're switching to a mead. This one is the Bee's Knees. It's a distillate from fermented honey and spring water, aka mead. It was distilled down to 100 proof and aged on a lightly charred white oak. Pretty excited. I tried the Tears Tour Up, and I'll be honest, that Tears did not do it for me. So I'm hoping that Jesus tried it and lets me know if he liked it, because I didn't do it for me. Craig said he wishes he could try that one. He said it sounds interesting. Are you talking about the Bee's Knees one? You wish you could try that one? I might know a guy that has some. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought up Natterjack. We actually just poured up 3 Natterjack samples. One of them for Doc Martinez. We poured up the regular Natterjack, the Cash Strength, and the Mistake. So pretty cool. And I do like the keepers. I think it's really good. I still have the keepers, so we're gonna have to put those head to head. I definitely also need to do. I have the Cedar Ridge bottle up here, tore up. I got to dig through. I think I have like 5 or 6 different Cedar Ridge single barrel picks from you. So I don't know how many you actually have like that are different, but we're definitely gonna be going through those. And if we have duplicates, I'm gonna challenge some people that have the Cedar Ridge pick from Hunter to try them, because I'm kind of curious if they did in blinds, which one would come out on top. I do really like Hunter's pick. That vanilla has really opened up. It's really good. You went with the Bardstown bottle and bond. Man, I was hoping you were gonna go for. You probably already stepped away though. I'm so glad that you liked that. So if any of you guys saw that live stream, we had Matt from Whiskey Wisdom on. We were doing a live bourbon hunt in the morning. He picked out a bottle that he's like, hey, you should get that. It's a great price. It's the best price he's ever seen. It was $84.99, so $92 out the door for a Frey Ranch single barrel cask strength pick. So I picked one up and I was like, there you have a second one. I'll pick one up for myself too. And we did a live stream where we tried them. Now, both of us have had 2 different picks that were off profile that both were like super highly desirable. And I've bought a couple bottles and tried a couple other Frey Ranches to see if I could get that same flavor profile. Matt had really bought a lot of bottles to try to get that same profile. So when we tried the Frey Ranch from Goody Goody, that pick just did not do it. It was not good. And I did send some samples out too. Matter of fact, I was going to use it as punishment pours. And Jesus, the Bloody 81, liked it. So I told him, you know what? You like it. I don't. Let's make something happen. So he basically got the entire bottle. He just had to help pay for gas. Like, as long as he paid for gas for me to drive it out there to him, I let him have the rest of the bottle. So he made out like a bandit on that one. What's going on, William Hall? He said the sweet potato. Yeah, I might know someone that has that. So if you want to try some of that, Craig, I can help you get some. Is the bee's knees a moonshine or is it actual bee's knees bourbon? It's neither. It's a mead. It's fermented honey and spring water, and it's distilled down to 100 proof and aged lightly in a charred white oak barrel. It's like a custom project by somebody. You sent two different samples. The other are small batch number 3 char, good but different from. Well, I mean, even the small batch. Let's compare the small batch to the freaking single barrels. Like, if it can hold up, it can hold up. If it can't, it can't. Ah, your first pour was rye. That makes sense. Yeah, as soon as well, it's funny you mentioned that, Jeff. I was talking about the reason why I thought he might like it too, because he does drink some tequila. It has a very strong herbal, grainy taste to it, and that's kind of similar to some of the tequilas I've tried. I think that might be why he likes it. Could be wrong though. Maybe he just has a trash palate, or maybe just someone that likes that herbal taste. Who knows? I liked one bottle of it, and it was a liquor lineup store pick. I got it from Riley. It was the only one I've liked. ASMR whiskey. What's going on? Cheers from Vegas. So I got an anonymous message saying that this mead that we're drinking right now, the bee's knees mead, was then distilled into white dog. So technically, it is a spirit. So it's not mead. It is a spirit, in fact. So that I should let you guys know on the update. The bee's knees mead is actually a spirit because it was distilled into white dog. So it looks like it was kind of a mead that got turned into a spirit. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Copy Torp. I got a lot of them to look through because you've sent me a bunch and you've sent me a lot of duplicates. I've tried to give out some of the duplicates too. I think a lot of the guys were happy. I say guys, it was girls that actually won both the boxes. Technically, it was the lady's husband that won, but she shares with him. So they each got one of the Genesis card packs, and then they each got that Weller foolproof sample, and then I hooked them up with 3 other samples, including that honey habanero moonshine from Belle Isle as a punishment pour. So I think they were pretty happy with it, though. One of them actually really liked the honey habanero moonshine, which I thought was absurd because I thought that was awful, but that was pretty funny. Jeff said that they drain poured a Frey Ranch uncut, so straight nail polish remover. Well, Jesus liked it, so at least Jesus found something that no one has to fight him and compete over. So pretty awesome. Yeah, exactly. As long as Jesus likes it, like that's all that matters. Matter of fact, he's got less competition to get more bottles now. Rip James Earl Jones. There's my dad right there. So they're flying out tomorrow, but whenever they get back in town, got lots of beers for him to try. I still got 3 from Bottle Logic, and then I've also got some that are in the bottom of the cabinet over here. We've got some more Goose Island stouts. I think one's Jim Beam, and I think another's Old Forester, and I think we might have 1 or 2 others. Not sure. We'll have to get to them though. Prefer if he can come over, and if my mom will come with, so that way she can drive him back because we're gonna do some drinking. Liquor lineup. That's where I was on Saturday. Yeah, liquor lineup. That's who did the pick of the Frey Ranch that I really liked. It was like butterscotch. It was so freaking good. The Frey Ranch Uncut was a Bruisel pick, so it probably had. Oh, guys, I don't want to talk about it too much, but there was definitely some drama with Bruisel. He took down his live stream after he got roasted in the comments about it, so pretty rough for him. Pretty rough for him. Do I have this one pinned? Yeah. Yeah, the StreamYard link's pinned, guys. So if anybody wants to pop on and hang out, you guys are more than welcome to. We're getting ready to jump up the proof point drastically. So we did 100 proofer, 100 proofer, 100 proofer, and then boom, we're going to 140 proof. So let's get a little palette reset here. The next pour. There we go. We got an update from my dad. He said, let's look at the 23rd. We thought it was going to be a little bit earlier, about the 17th, but looks like the 23rd. So end of this month, we'll put one on the books. That's a Monday. See if we can get them to come over. And we got some beers to drink. And because we have some notice, we're going to see if we can try to get some other people over too, because we have a lot of beers. There ain't no reason for me and my dad to crush every single one of those as a duo. See if we can get some other people that are local if they want to come over and try some stout beers. It'll be fun. We'll probably do a video if we have a bunch of people. If it's just a couple of us, we'll do a live stream. It'll be a good time, though. It'll be a good time. The next one we're moving on is the Ancient Grain. The Ancient Grain is the 4-grain bourbon. It was distilled from mash of 72% corn, 16% wheat, 8% barley, 4% rye, and it was aged in a glass along with 3 white oak staves for 9 months before proofing and bottling. Woo! Sour beer in Texas. I can't get up there, though. I have no idea what that even is. I've never even looked. I don't really look at the beer aisle too often. I'll be honest. Every now and then I'll go wait out in line, and I think I'm waiting for bourbon, and then someone will tell me they're there for beer, and then you'll see the beer crowd waiting. So they do have allocated beer that they drop too. For the 2K substream with Papa RJ. I mean, we're gonna get there one day. We're gonna get there one day, guys. We kind of hit that peak where we hit like 1,500 and like 40, and then we kind of fell back because a lot of people unsub after a big giveaway they didn't win. But we're pushing towards another giveaway, and the next giveaway for the 23 people who are currently watching, if you guys didn't know, what's on the books is we're possibly going to be giving away 10 bottles of E.H. Taylor small batch. So maybe not as big of a statue bottle as a Weller 107 for some people, but some people don't see E.H. Taylor. So I'm thinking 10 bottles of E.H. Taylor small batch would be a pretty big hit. So if you guys think 10 bottles of E.H. Taylor small batch would be a pretty crazy giveaway, go ahead and drop a comment right now on the live stream on a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or if you guys see E.H. Taylor in the area, or if you want to get an E.H. Taylor, or at least a chance to. But I think we're gonna push 10 E.H. Taylor small batches. I think that'll be. It's definitely not going to be a one-up, guys. I don't want you to think that we're trying to one-up the 107s. Like 1,000 subscribers and we hit 1,500 during that live, and we gave away 10 107s. Like that's almost impossible to one-up, to be honest. But we can still have a good time and push out some pretty crazy stuff. So, got a thumbs up, got a heart. Torp got an ad. What's up, Carl? Got Smokey Bear at messaging us. You only seen it once in your area? Well, the thing is like, so for the 10 bottles of 107, we were charging entries every time. The thing is if I do them for free and then people pay for extra entries and someone that was free won, they're kind of like missing out on their opportunity to get a W. So we're trying to make sure that some of them are at least paid entry only. That way the people who are paying have the best chance to get them. So just an option. But we'll do some for free. Like we only did one 107 for free. I think we'll do multiple E.H. Taylors for free. I think we'll do 2 or 4 E.H. Taylors for absolutely free, like no donations required. But then I think the other 6 will probably do paid entries. $5 per entry, I think, is what we're looking at if it's through YouTube Super Chats. But then if it's through like PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, anything like that, we'll knock it down to $4.50, just like Paul had told us to do before. So each Taylor small batch, that's how we're going to be giving those away. All right, time to nut up or shut up. We're going from 100 proof to 140 proof, and it already smells smoky and oaky. Wow. Beer was your first love, but I only drink beer with other people. I drink whiskey when I'm alone. Hey, me too. Or do I just drink alone all the time? E.H. Taylor is going to be on the list this time, Mr. Mom, for sure. And we'll also probably keep the giveaway to a lot less stuff. Like I was happy to give away as much stuff as possible because people donated, and I was super thankful for that. That was a pretty big milestone. I don't think we'll take that many donations for the 2,000 subscriber. I think the next big one will probably be at 5,000, 2,500 or 5,000. I think we'll do like a pretty good size one if we don't do it at 2,000, and then 5K will definitely do a big one. So you have 6 bottles, but it can definitely help you out collecting them. I actually have somebody that's local, Joel. So I really appreciate that you have that. But I actually have a guy that's local that has 10 of them. So I told him, let me square up with some funds, and we're looking at $500, and I'll have 10 each Taylor small batch for $50 a piece, which is essentially MSRP here, and then we'll have those to give away. You paid 120 for it? You won't even crack it? That makes me want to send you each Taylor samples. I've got a single barrel and a straight rye that are open. $100+ for small batch. Yeah, no, we're paying $50 a bottle. We paid $100 for those 107s. We paid secondary for these. These will be paying closer to MSRP, and we're going to give away all of them. Torup says shirts off after 140+ proof. If we can get Jeff to come on, I'm hoping Jeff's still in the background. If Jeff from Drizzle Nation is still in the background, he said he'd come over and do some White Dog 144 proof with us. If he can jump on the live stream, that'd be great. Shirt will definitely come off because we're going to need a little more airflow. JL, what's going on? That live, it wasn't exhausting because I only had 3 ounces of whiskey that entire night. Like I had 2 full ounces of Heaven Hill 18 and 1 ounce of Laguna Madre. The Laguna Madre was a celebratory pour. But I will tell you, when that live stream ended, because it was 3 hours long, we were very alert, very awake, very focused, very hyper vigilant to make sure we did everything the right way. Try to acknowledge as many people as possible as far as the super chats went for the donations. We weren't able to respond to actual chat because it was that freaking overwhelming. I was very nervous. We had a lot of people that jumped on and to help with calming my nerves and helping keep you guys entertained while we were facilitating the giveaway. But I will tell you, when I stood up out of my chair, I was sweaty. My back was sweaty. My freaking shorts were drenched in sweat because I was just that freaking focused and nervous. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, why are you nervous? Like you do really well on live streams." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I did really well on live streams when I had 800 or 900 subs, and we just gained another 700 subs. Like I have a lot more people now that are watching. I'm like, this giveaway's got to roll, and it's got to roll well. Got to get a guy with abs. Well, that ain't me. Sorry, guys." Hey, Amish, what's going on, man? Amish is he's now in the Discord, so we get a lot of people that didn't make it through Bruzel's ban wave. So anybody who wasn't welcomed in Bruzel, you're more than welcome in my Discord. And First Amendment is free speech. Hate speech is free speech. Anything you want to talk about, we'll let you talk about it. We might bash you for it, but you can say whatever's on your mind with little to no repercussions. We'll judge some of it. Some of it we might say something, but yeah. The live was well done. You know what? It was, in my opinion, as well, because that 500 sub one, that was kind of the first time getting a taste of that with super chats, and that was stressful. I came in a lot more mentally prepared for it, and Matt from Whiskey Wisdom also helped out with that one too. Barrel Dave helped behind the scenes. Barrel Dave actually took down the entire list. The list I was making as we were giving out bottles and stuff and putting them down for winners, he also kept a tight list too. So we had a backup list in case something happened. Because, with tech, you could accidentally close a file and it not save. And it's like, damn, who won? Now I got to rewatch the whole stream and narrow it down. What's up, Ryan? We're still drinking 140 proof. We're getting ready to take the shirt off to jump to that 144 proof, though. Post my pews. Maybe. I mean, I've got some pretty cool shit, Def, but it'll definitely be in the Discord. Definitely can't do it on YouTube. Jeff from Drizzle Nation, if he's still in the chat, which I'm hoping he's still in the chat because we talked about drinking some of this White Dog afterwards. He'll tell you about pews and YouTube and how YouTube hates it. So try to keep those a little bit more limited, but still within mind. Amish probably got some good mead. Ooh-wee. The face is not because it tastes bad, guys. It's literally because it's 140 proof. Woo! We got Wade from Bourbon Hall in the house. What's going on? I'm still looking for one more person. Matter of fact, let's see if he's in chat. I'm looking for one person, and he's not in chat. Only one person has not claimed their giveaway winnings from the entire giveaway. that we did. Everybody else has been contacted. Most people actually already have their winnings in their hand. Some people have it still on the way. And then we got a couple people. I think Life in the Patio will be sending them out tomorrow because he had a pretty busy week. But we have one thing left. We're looking for David Bays. I'm going to type out his name so you guys know what to look for. Any of you guys know who David Bays is? And it's spelled Bayse. We need to find him. He did win a shirt, and the shirt will be coming from yours truly, Wade from Bourbon Hall. So if we can get a hold of David Bays, we need to know his name. I'm assuming it's David Bays, his address that he wants the package delivered to, and his shirt size. But everyone else, good job. Thank you guys so much for reaching out. Thank you guys for being in contact quickly. I sent out everything that I owed anybody literally the next day. So Tuesday morning, we already had everything pretty much boxed up. UPS came and did a pickup at my house. I gave them like 16 boxes and everything went out. So most people have this stuff in hand. Oh, Jesus likes the tiers. I did not care for the tiers. I think it's very overhyped. I can buy it on secondary for around 230, and it's still pretty rough. Gunner says he identifies as that one person. We can probably get you a shirt if you really want one from Wade, but I'm not going to let you take it from him just yet. Old Granddad 144. Are you talking about Old Granddad 114, or are you talking about the 14-year-old Granddad coming out? Oh, we haven't got to the 144. He's talking about the freaking white dog. We haven't got there yet. We're drinking 140 proof, Adam. We're drinking 140 proof. Ryan S. said he got his bottle today. Let's go. We don't, but Amish don't F around. We love whiskey and women with strong hands. Yeah, Gunner's in bed. All right, guys. This 140 proof was done. This is per the request. We're jumping up to 144 proof. Gunner says splitting headaches. We're going to be drowning headaches. We got the white dog, 144 proofer. We poured up about a third of the sample bottle, so like about 0.6 ounces, 0.7 ounces. White dog, a distillate made up of 49% blue corn, 43% soft red winter wheat, 8% malted barley, and the hazmat comes in at a whopping 144 proof. Woo-wee! Jesus said he'll take that shirt. You're not taking my Bucky shirt. We'll buy you one, but you're not taking mine. What's this about Moonshine? Well, I'm glad you got here late, Mr. Lopez. You got here at the best part. I'm about to try some 144 proof white dog. I'm expecting it to knock my socks off. Yeah, titties and moonshine. That was a Bucky shirt. It's the 4th of July one. I'll hold it up. Got the beaver. And then, boom. Sorry, can't hear you over the sound of freedom ringing. Oh, Gunner's over here doing like this, trying to hide. What kind of shine do I have? Well, we have the sweet potato, the bee's knees, the ancient grain. Those are all custom blends. We got another custom blend that was in a jar, and now we're on to White Dog, 144 proofer. These are all homemade mash bills. For legal reasons, I will keep his confidentiality in check. He may or may not be in the chat, and you know who you are, but cheers. This stuff's clear as hell. I thought Jeff from Jizzle Nation would be popping on. I haven't seen him come back. Torb wants me to add some beef art to it. No, thank you, sir. Ready for it. Cinnamon makes me a shirt that says Titties and Moonshine. That would actually be really good, because if you had it say titties across the top like the neckline, and then for the moonshine you had the O's around the freaking pulls for the spacing, do like moon and then shine, and make sure the O's are where my tits are. Don't lie, you don't wear socks. We're not wearing any socks right now. Y'all grow a chest beard with that proof. I have almost no freaking chest hair at all. It's so bad. It's so embarrassing. I may or may not dabble in the shine arts. Mr. Lopez, I'm interested, sir. Ooh, this is pretty unbearable, honestly. He said I didn't even flinch at 144 proof. I mean, we do drink some high proof shit. Like I've had way higher than this, but this is pretty rough. Oh, you want bourbon bitch to model it? I feel this in the gums. That's not typical for most whiskeys that I drink. So for Moonshine being 144 proof, white dog, and I'm feeling it in my gums. Should I be afraid? Am I going to go blind? Is this the heart? Did he fool me and pour the heart? The crazy part is even though he said this is white dog and this is 144 proof, it wouldn't surprise me if this is proof down. I've seen some of the stuff that comes off of a still that's over 170 proof. So 144 proof is already like, it's pushing the limits for taste buds for sure. I think if you go any higher than this, I probably would go have some temporary blindness. You can have some of my chest hair. I have way too much. I have like none, man. It's like nothing. It's an arid wasteland. It's a desert with no freaking chest hair. Damn. You guys want to know what we're drinking from the other glass? We have a wild cherry Pepsi. Woo-wee. That moonshine is hot. Ugh. The question was asked, is it clearing out my sinuses? The answer is, it is now. Whew. That's freaking awesome. You know who you are. You know who sent this. A couple of us have received this specific package. We got 4 2-ounce samples of some moonshine. For those of you that just joined, 3 of them were 100. No, sorry, 2 of them were 100 proofers. One was 140. One was 144 proof. The sweet potato was 100 proofer. Sweet potato whiskey was distilled with Beauregard sweet potatoes and spring water. After distilling, it was aged on a toasted and charred pecan wood staves for 3 months. Then heavily toasted pecans were placed inside the whiskey for another month. Finally, Amberana was added for the last 5 days. The bee's knees distillate was a fermented honey and spring water, aka mead, but it was distilled, so it became a spirit and proofed down to 100 proof and aged lightly on a lightly charred white oak barrel. Pretty damn good. Then we went to the 4 grain, which is the label is ancient grain. It's 140 proof. It was distilled with a mash bill of 72 corn, 16 wheat, 8% barley, 4% rye, and was aged in a glass along with a char 3 white oak stave for 9 months before proofing and bottling. And then the last one was White Dog, distillate made up of 49% corn, 43% soft red winter wheat, and 8% malted barley. The hazmat comes in at 144 proof. And goddamn, was it 144 proof? Hey, what's going on? Got a shout out from Cast 529. What's going on? No LaCroix bubble water. Oh, I don't care for those. The LaCroix, those are pretty rough. I don't really like those. We'll get water eventually, though. We need water. Bourbon Nerd, what's going on? Frog juice, hop, hop, hop. Is it hot or are you weak? I mean, if you got the 144 proof stuff, I would challenge you. This was a 2-ounce sample. We drink about, I would say, a third of that sample. And I would say that, damn, that shit was very, very intense. I felt it in the gums. That's not normally something I get. Titties and Moonshine would make a nice shirt. That's what we were saying. Santa said it would be good. I think what he should do is say, so titties up here. Titties is one word up top. Moon, but have the O's around the nipples, and then shine below it. So it'll be titties, moon, shine. And I think it'd be great because you could put like a freaking like half moon on there, but make the half moon like two half moons to where it looks like a pair of tits. I think it'd be great. Titties and moonshine. Wait till you have the shine shits in the morning. Oh God, is that a thing? I hope that's not a thing. Please tell me that's not a thing. What's up, Candy Road? Burns you twice. Yes, titties is one word, but I'm saying like titties, moon will be a separate word, and then shine will be a separate word instead of doing moonshine as one word. But yes, titties is one word, but it does come in a pair, if you know what I mean. Liver shits are the best. Those were awful, man. The fact that I ate a whole bag for like $23, and I had to do it in a time limit. Ugh. All right, no one wants to see me without a shirt. We'll put the freaking shirt back on. Bear with me. Is it bad to mix our spirits? What do I drink after drinking 144 proof White Dog? Do we drink whiskey? Is that a thing? What do we got to drink? I got spirits all over. What do we drink next? Ugh. Print those up for the love of God, please. Make a tall size for the tree beards of the country. Pop RJ gets to try it next. Hell yeah. Scott, what's going on? Torub wants me to move from Moonshine to the Cabal. Fuck it, man. We got a clean Glen. We didn't use the other two Glens. I think we only used 3 Glens. Ugh. Did we use this one? We didn't use this one. We only used 2 Glens. Perfect. Tequila. Dun. There's like almost no cork pop. Look how small that cork is for the little mini. We're gonna pour up some tequila. How much is in here? We'll just pour it all up, right? Like there's not much in here. We'll just pour the rest of the Cabal. He said to keep the bottle though. It's cool decoration, and I have to agree. It's a friggin' horse head. We're gonna put it over here, right next to our Buffalo Trace cigarillos. Hazmat Texas bourbon next. Brett wants to see me drink some Texas bourbon. We do have some. We got the 140.9 proof for Garrison Brothers. Then you can use that for something else fun later. Shut up. Oh my goodness. Look who's in chat. We got Carl. You know what would really make my day? If Carl came on alive and turned his camera on. Come on, Carl. You've been gone for so long, out of the business, out of the game. How cool would it be if you popped in and you turned your camera on, man? That'd be freaking insane. Torp's right though. He said 300 bottle, let's go. $300 bottle, let's go. So if you guys didn't know, the freaking Cabal tequila is an anejo, extra anejo tequila. It comes in a black horsehead bottle. They have some that are blanco too. That's like in a clear bottle. But this shit's like super expensive at Total Wine. It's the only place I've ever seen it. Start hallucinating with that moonshine. I hope not, man. I really hope not. Some PA rye in your life. Dad's hat, cash strength. I mean, if you want to deliver, man, you got me on Discord. We'll make it happen. All right, here we go. Our impressions of the Cabal tequila. That is really smooth, surprisingly. Like very smooth. No bite, no burn. Keep in mind, too, we did just drink 144 proof White Dog Moonshine, so I don't expect much of a burn after that. Dad's hat, cash strength is fire. Hell yeah. It's better than the Ocho, but the Patron is better in your opinion. I do have the Patron and extra anejo as well. The sample, I still have that one. Almost bought a bottle of it. I haven't quite bought a bottle just yet. I mean, this is a crushable pour right now, but I think it's because we just had 144 proof moonshine. So JL, tequila is one of those two where There is allocated tequila, and some of it is harder to find than others for sure. But it's typically more widely available for us that are in the bourbon industry. And I'll tell you why tequila could be the next big thing. Um, One, there's not a whole lot of complexity that goes on with tequila. I feel like if you had 5 or 6 bottles, you could cover most flavor profiles that you're going to get from tequila versus whiskey and bourbon or rye. There's endless possibilities. I would also like to say that for high end bottles, you could get away with buying like one, maybe two, $300 bottles, and you would cover a pretty wide range of a special pour. And then buy several bottles that are under 100 and even under $50 that would hit most of the niches for tequila. It's one of the more, it's actually the healthiest alcohol to consume as far as a spirit goes. Um, there's no additives in the tequila that I've been drinking and buying, and I will say that the anejo and extra anejo, which is years of age, I like those better only because I am a bourbon whiskey drinker. So when you move to the tequila market, having the anejo and extra anejo is better in my opinion because you get some of that barrel flavor, which kind of reminds me and is more comparable to a whiskey than it is just a tequila. Do it, get the mariachi band going. And mezcal, yeah, mezcal. Not all tequila is mezcal, but all mezcal is tequila. Something like that, right? I feel like you get what you pay for with tequila more so than with whiskey slash bourbon. Yeah, I agree, Def. I think that you definitely get for what you pay for. Like if you're paying a premium rate for a bottle, there is some clout bottles. There is some that are like overpriced, like the Tears of Leoma or Linorna. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't even remember how it's spelled. I have to look at the sample bottle. That's like $300 here. I see them on secondary for like 230. It's a liter bottle, so I'll give it that. But is it really worth 230? Probably not. But it's definitely one that's a lot more worth it than some of the other $200 bottles of bourbon that you buy that aren't worth that. So I think some tequila definitely has a heavy hitter. I know tequila is not for everybody, and I don't recommend tequila for everybody. But what I would say is, if you got someone out there in the industry, such as Torup, um, or even Jesus from the Bloody 81, if you can find someone that does tequila and drinks tequila, 182 Theorists, if you guys are on Discord, and you can ask for samples, whether you're doing a deal already and you're like, hey, I just want to try some stuff, they'll steer you in the right direction. Torup really did. I mean, he sent me like a list, and I've used that list quite a lot. Torup's not on Discord, but I had someone ask for tequila recommendations, and I literally just posted the list and said, here's a good starting point. This is the same thing that bourbon drinkers do. We walk down the aisle, we look for bottles. You guys look for bottles all the time, and you guys don't even realize it. Like you look at a bottle and you're like, oh, that's a 1792 bottle. Oh, that's a Blanton's bottle. Like there's bottles that are very distinguishable based off of shape and size. Tequila is the same way. So once you know what to look for tequila, it's the same way. But it's very overwhelming when you're first getting into it. So that's why I like the chart that he sent me, because it's got pictures. When you have the pictures and you compare a picture to what's on the shelf, it's so much easier to find. Good old plant's 10 years old versus 6-month-old grain, the bourbon, so the time preference delayed gratification, besides with well done tequila. Yes, sir. Should be like 120 plus in a perfect world, but it's not. It's like 230 on secondary, and I've seen as high as $300, like $299 a ton of wine. Class A Azul is overpriced. Definitely some overpriced bottles, but you're not really gonna find $40 to $50 gems like you can with whiskey. You can actually find some $40 to $50 gems. I really like the Mijenta. I thought that was pretty good. Mi Campo, the Repo is pretty good too. Want that Chita PB tequila? Is it peanut butter tequila? Is that what it is? PB. You love tequila. I love it when I find someone who will drink it with me. That's the thing too. Is like I don't really drink tequila, but I'm trying to at least entertain it, because I mean, some of you guys have really pushed hard for me to try this stuff. I'm sure some of you guys are like, when's he gonna stop talking about tequila? I'm here for the whiskey, for the bourbon. Which, trust me, we're gonna be pouring up some more samples right after this. But tequila is definitely something I've entertained, and I'm definitely been someone who's been very skeptical and definitely been a try before I buy kind of guy. I did buy the Mi Campo Repo off of Torup's advice. It was a really good price. I do have a Fortaleza Blanco that's open as well. I think those are really the only two bottles of tequila I currently have. I think I have a Yayo as well. That's also open. The Mi Gente we killed. Like that, the same day we opened that bottle, we killed that bottle. The Mi Gente was actually really smooth, really easy to drink, even if it's just the Blanco. So tequila's definitely been there for me. Rum, next big thing in your opinion. I do like rum. If you get the right rums, high age, high proof rum, finished in barrels, it's pretty tough to beat. But I'll say because of import and import laws, definitely make it hard to get some of the better stuff. Paul's talking about tequila Ocho, Fortaleza, and Lelo. Yes, sir. Some of the tequila bottles are hand painted art. I think that adds to the cost. Yeah, but like just like whiskey bottles, I don't want to buy a whiskey because of the box or because of the bottle, because then you're paying for the marketing aspect of that. Not saying that it's not art, not saying it's not creative, just saying like if I'm buying it for the tequila, I want the tequila. If I'm buying it for the bottle, I'm buying it for the bottle. Like I shouldn't have to pay double the cost because I want a fancy bottle and a fancy tequila. Patron Extra Anejo for $80 as a steal. Good regular Anejo is about that anyway. Like Siete or Organic 3 and so many. Yeah, the Patron Extra Anejo, if you guys didn't know, that's in a red box. That's really good, honestly. It's actually pretty good. Tequila is one of my least favorite. I love rum and gin better. You know, I'm glad you said that. I do have a gin that I have yet to crack. It's come all the way from New Amsterdam. My parents brought it in town, and I've still yet to open that up. I think I did try that one, the 1146 tour up, and I wasn't sure if I was on board with it. It was good. I just don't think it was great. Well, you can call it what you want, Dad, but I'm going to tell you, Iceland and bourbon don't go in the same sentence. Bourbon has to be American. It's new American charred oak barrels. It's made in the states. But Iceland whiskey, I probably believe that. You said it's made with a sheep's dung. FYI, I almost got you one. I feel like I could sample it out. And I think a lot of people would laugh and think it's funny too. So you probably should have. It would have been funny to sample out at the very least. What's up, Sundown? Duck race. Um, it's time for a whiskey pour. I have a special sample. I don't know if he's in chat right now, but I met up with Mr. Dollar Bill Will to hand him his bottle of 107, and he gave me 3 pours. I'll show you what he gave me, and I'll show you what's left. So, one of the bottles, Old Forester Goody Goody Pick 100 proof. That's the black label. I liked it. It's empty. I liked it. It was good. Second one we tried this one today. That's why I said whiskey or bourbon drinker by day, moonshine by night. RD1 single barrel. It's 120.08 proof, 5-year, and also liked it. It's very good. And then for our next pour, we haven't tried this one at all yet. We've got a 17-year light whiskey, Copper Sky, 140.4 proof. So we're going back up to hazmat, boys. We were at the ceiling. We came back down, and guess what? We're going back up to the ceiling. The shirt might have to come off. We'll pour up about a third of it. I like to save some samples sometimes to come back and revisit, but at the end of the day, a sample's a sample, and a sample's meant to be enjoyed. Hence why I showed you 2 that I've already completely killed, and he just gave those to me the other day, so they don't last very long. I really liked gin when I first got started in the spirit stuff. I love to hear that you love gin. I'll have to definitely drink some gin on stream. We've done gin straight, neat, however you want to say it. We've done it over ice. We've done it with tonic. We've done it with seltzer water. At the end of the day, gin and tonics used to be a good pour for me to have at the bar. I like it. Gin or tequila and fresca. Yeah. There you go, Gandy. Gandy knows what's up, and we got one too. It's right there, that black label. We actually revisited that black label the other day. We got a 100 proofer, and then we have the old discontinued one that's a 90 proofer. So, which RD1 again? The RD1 is the goody goody pick. They have a white labeled one. They're on the north side of town in the Dallas Fort Worth area. I haven't seen them come further south. Copper Sky, yeah. The Copper Sky. This is the 17-year light whiskey, 140.4 proof. Pretty excited about that one. If you haven't had Monkey 47 gin yet, I have not. I haven't. The horse is dead. We did kill it. That's why we're moving on to the next pour. Honestly, pretty good. Tour. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Now we did just try that after having some really high proof stuff, but if it wasn't a $300 bottle, that'd be a really cool one to have. So my dad's been traveling around the country, but he hasn't been going to the right places. We need him to go to Australia, and we need him to go to Japan so we get some of the duty free exclusives. But he did do really well actually. So like I don't know if you guys saw, but I'll pull up my text with him again. He did really good. He took pictures of the duty free shelves and what they had on them, so we were able to see what bottles they had. So let's see if I can get the focus. Come on now, focus. There's some Jack Daniels here, and then the next one over, those are the American single malt, the blue label, the Traveler exclusive. So he did really good on the photos. So shout out to my dad. Just know that we had to have the blue label Jack Daniels, like $100. It's pretty good. It's very malty. It's got a lot of cherry. It's pretty good though. Got a 151.8 17-year American light whiskey, Copper Sky pick. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. This one's only 144.4 proof at a 17-year, but I bet it's pretty good. Cast 529. What's going on? Mm. It is pretty sweet for how hot it is. It's funny you say that. I was literally just going to mention about how sweet this tastes, and it's 140.4 proof. This is really good. Black labels are so good. Wish they were easier to come by. I've only been able to get one. I've been able to get two. One was at Total Wine. I paid like $54.99 before tax. The other one I paid $45.99 before tax. Even on secondary at $100 a bottle, like it's not that bad. No. The RD1 is not Amberana. It's just RD1. Like it's like the small batch, but it's a single barrel store pick. It's just a single barrel pick. Nothing fancy about the RD1 other than it's just a pick. I do have the Amberana. I do have the maple. If you have both, you should mix them. The Amberana and maple come out when you try them as a 1-to-1 blend. It tastes like pecan. It's pretty damn good. Joe Will, you did, but we might have to go shirtless again because we're on our third pour that's above 140 proof. It took a long time before I saw a black label. So, Thomas Anderson, if you haven't seen one yet, they are very, very few and far in between. Some duty frees do have BTAC, but they know what they have and they definitely charge more. Like handies are like $350. Ooh, you do have both sundown? Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't done it, everyone was calling it the RJ1 blend. Maple and Amberana, RD1, 1-to-1 mix, tastes like pecan. So you have the sweetness of the maple, you have the spiciness of the Amberana, and when you try them together, it no longer tastes like maple or Amberana, but rather a pecan. And oh my goodness. Free the moobs. Damn, that's a killer price on the black label. Have not seen those here in the NC area. Yeah, they're tough to find. They're tough to find. You wish Aldi sold liquor. I wish grocery stores in Texas were allowed to sell liquor. One cowboy hat with a Glen on each side and dual straws. You're talking about like, one of those hats with the drinking hats where it's got like Glens mounted here. We got straws running from the Glens and they run down to my mouth. That would be freaking crazy. I almost dropped one of those Glens doing that, tore up. They're super rare. I got lucky and saw one behind the counter and it was the only one in the store. They are pretty rare. They're pretty good too. I really love them. 100 proof or the discontinued 90 proof. Single barrel Old Forester Black Label is freaking fantastic. This is pretty good too. At 140.4 proof, there's a little bit of ethanol on the nose, but it's got a pretty sweet palate. Our palate's probably fried though. At this point, we probably need to pace ourselves. Ooh, 140 proof. Appreciate that, Mr. Lopez. Water and push-up. Let's go, America. We're going to have to grab water. You want me to do push-ups? I'll do push-ups, but I got to grab water. Oh, I'm sweating now. That's freaking hot. Thought Jeff was going to do White Dog, but Jeff disappeared on us. Guess he got busy. I was really hoping he was going to come back. All right. Anybody who's in chat right now, if you have sent me a sample and you want me to try it because I haven't tried it yet, go ahead and post what sample it is in chat and I'll see if I have it. If I do, I'll pour it up and I'll try it. I will say I have like 150 samples, so it might take me a minute to find it. But I'm down to try anything and everything that was sent to me. Just post something in chat and we'll look for it. We're going to take the shirt off too for this one. We had the nasty pimple too that's like freaking scabbed over and scarred over. We've been bullied. People think we're Indian and we're here to negotiate the Patel cartel prices. I do have those tore up. I'm definitely down, but the thing is like, do you think I could give an honest comparison of the Cedar Ridge right now being inebriated? We've had like 3 pours above 140 proof. If you want me to, I can, but do you want me to? I don't think it'd be the most accurate representation. And I think if I do it, I'm definitely going to need to clip whatever it is and post it over onto the video. You want me to test it? Do you want me to test it just against one of the Cedar Ridge picks? Just the first Cedar Ridge pick I find versus Hunter's pick? Because Hunter's pick's right here. I got the bottle right here, but the sample I'm going to have to grab real quick. That's up to you, Torby. You want me to do it as a blind right now as a third of a sample to test run? I can, but you think it's gonna be fair? Which one do I try to grab? I know there's several. What's going on, Jeff Castle? I think your shirts have been ordered. I think they're on the way for you and for Trinity. I think both the shirts are on the way. I think they're going to her house though, so those will be on the way. All right, let me go find the sample real quick, guys. So we're going to grab the Cedar Ridge pick. I want to grab that real quick. This is the Bourbon Hunter pick, the Vanilla Bomb. And then we're going to go try to find this 118.3 proof sample. All right, we found it. So we have the Cedar Ridge single barrel proof, 118.3 proof. Still has the freaking sticky note on it compared to Hunter's pick. He gave me several of these, so we have multiples of these so people can try them. But we're going to try this one right now. And then the Vanilla Bomb bottle from Bourbon Hunter. Oh, we poured up way too much. You guys want to talk about a heavy hand to tell you I've been drinking? Here's the 118.3 sample, and then here's the Bourbon Hunter sample. I poured up way too much. Oh my goodness, I poured up way too much. That's freaking ridiculous how much I poured up. It's in a fresh Glen. We're pouring a bunch of it back into the bottle. That was the one fresh Glen that we grabbed. Okay. Way better. Jesus said my head to cowboy brother. What's up, brother? They arrived today, thank you. And to Bourbon Santa. Hell yeah. I'm glad they made it. I'm glad they made it. I hope you guys like them. I know it wasn't a bottle. I know it wasn't a sample. It was just a t-shirt. But I hope you guys like them. Brett, you should have said something, man. Like Dave Vogelsang and Rusty, they didn't get a bottle either. So I bought 3. So I gave one bottle to Dave Vogelsang and I gave the other one to Rusty. But if I would have known that, man, we could have helped get you a bottle. The handwriting is legit. Yeah. Special teams, special plays, special players. Tuesday. Brett knows what's up. All right. This is the sample of the Cedar Ridge pick. This is the sample. We'll go to that one here in a second. This is what we know. This is the Bourbon Hunter Vanilla Bomb pick. There's already a difference in color, but not by much. The Vanilla Bomb pick is just slightly darker. Ethanol, oak, and vanilla is like Vanilla Bomb. That's all I'm getting. Pretty similar nose on the single barrel from Toro. Very similar nose, actually. You didn't even get a bottle of it. I thought you got a bottle of it, Tore Up. If you need a sample, we can make that happen, man. Jose, what's going on, man? I'll get your buddy added to the server for sure. I'm just still alive right now. We've been going for like hour 20. I'll get him added though, I promise. That's kind of what I thought was funny is that you guys could be twinning because I was like, you know what? If it was Craig or me, we could have done custom shirts for you and mix it up. But the fact that you guys both won the same shirt, I think it's hilarious. They're gonna be like, "Who's RJ?" Not one of your backwash samples. I don't do backwash samples. Come on now. Well, unless you ask for one. No, I'm just kidding. I try to make sure they're fresh samples, man. I don't try to do that to people. All right. This is the Cedar Ridge pick from Bourbon Hunter. It's a single barrel and it's got the Vanilla Bomb sticker on it. It's pretty damn good. I'll be honest. It's a 123.07 proof. I know some people talked about having a honey note on it. I kind of get that honey note on it now that people pointed it out. But other than that, like it's really just vanilla. A little bit of ethanol, a little bit of oak, but mainly just vanilla. Like this is one of the few pours I've had that's like the only prominent dominating note is vanilla. Bobby says shit's getting real. Is it because the shirt's off? The shirt came off. This is a Cedar Ridge pick sample from Torup. They'll probably charge you to take it. This will be tough in a blind, Torup. Very tough in a blind because the vanilla one does one thing really well that the single barrel doesn't, but the complexity of the single barrel pick that you sent a sample of is just that. It's more complex. So there's a lot more going on to it. It's not a one trick pony. I think these could definitely go back and forth depending on the day. They're so similar in proof point and flavor profiles. Just the single barrel sample that you sent is a little bit more complex, to be honest. It's good. A little bit more oak in that one, though. I like that, though. I like that. The Cedar Ridge pick was $50 plus shipping. Shipping was $18, but it was flat rate shipping. I got 3 bottles with the same $18 shipping. So you split that 3 ways, $6 a bottle. So $56 versus $45. Not too bad. Not too bad. $45 before shipping too, by the way, for yours. They're about the same price point at that point. I'm willing to bet if I blind these up against somebody and I let someone try a blind of this, I'd be hard pressed to say that they'd pick Hunter's pick. Yours was free shipping, tore up. I'll give you that one. yours definitely free shipping. You got me, man. You got me. I'm gonna have to order those chicken crisps. By the way, the chicken skins. Those chicken skins were freaking delicious. I think we got a winner. Honestly, like as close as these are, I think we have a winner. Split decision would say the single barrel pick that you sent is very good and more complex. The only thing and the only reason why I'd say I'd pick Bourbon Hunter's pick, and this is just very slight marginal, and I think on a blind I might not know which one to pick, is just because this one seems to be a little bit smoother out around the edges. It's not as harsh. It is a one trick pony with vanilla, but it's a little bit more rounded as far as a little bit more smooth, not as much oak. So the Buddha cowboy. I'm not that big. Come on now. God damn. You ain't that fat. What's up, Josh? Stuck at work. Boring 8-hour shift. That's not bad. Like, so the Bourbon Hunter pick versus the Cedar Ridge single barrel pick that Torb sent me, they're very comparable. They're very close. Like, very close. I don't know. They both got something going for them for sure. I like that. Thank you. And we'll put the sample down here so we don't freaking misplace it. Like the leather wood note, but it's short finish for sure. Can't wait till they get more age here in Iowa. Hell yeah. All right. We can conclude the live stream here and we can take it backstage if you guys want to go back to Discord, back where our degenerate asses belong. Or, hear me out, we can go further. We can dive deeper. I know some of you guys that are in chat have sent me some samples. I'm more than willing to try them. Our palate is pretty freaking rough right now. We've had a lot of pours that are over 140 proof. Sundown, thank you for shouting me out on the reload server about telling me that I was live. Torp said water break. Good idea. I will be right back. We're going to do a quick water break. BRB. I'm just going to take a Glen and just fill it with water. Good call on the water break, Torp. I did want to mention, because I think this would be freaking hilarious, and I want you guys to give your opinion too. What if I filled a Glencairn up this freaking full of some whiskey, like something gimmicky, something like relatively like, tatery, and then we put a straw in it and we use a straw to drink out of it and say, very good. Do you think that would make a funny short? Do you think that'd get some hatred, some comments, some shit post? Good night, Mr. Mom. Good night, Def. Your wife said you were dumb. Ah, some water. Jesus is bailing too. Cheers, guys. We'll just call it here. Honestly, like if you guys don't have anything else that you want me to try, we're sober enough now with having some water and some other stuff to calm down in between. But we'll move over to Discord. So if anybody's want to hang out, we'll be over in Discord. Um, Discord should be in the description of this live stream, I believe. So I'll see you guys there. We'll be hanging out and just shooting the shit and drinking whatever we got. Do it on a night. You don't have to work the next day. I don't have to work the next day. I can drink as much as I want right now. Crazy, right? My Friday is Sunday. My Monday is my Saturday. My Tuesday is my Sunday. So when's the next hunt? The wife is off on Wednesday, so we probably won't hunt on Wednesday if we want to hang out with her. But Thursday will probably be the next hunt. I'm so sorry, Torip. We skipped several hunt lives this week because I was actually sick. I had like a cold. I didn't really want to do a live stream while not feeling so well. So sinuses are still bothering me for sure, but I feel 100% better. It didn't mean we didn't go to the store. Like we bought several things while we were out about this week. Actually, we found quite a bit of stuff. We actually found another little book, chapter 8 too, which we did buy. So definitely still buying stuff. So, but we should go live this week. Just drank my first Goose Island bourbon barrel stout. It was delicious, but I'm lit like a lamp. Yeah, I mean they're higher alcohol percentages. They're very heavy. They're very freaking savory, and I get a bunch of them. Me and my dad will be drinking them on live or on camera for sure. I don't know if we'll do a video or we'll do a live stream. If we can get grouped together, we'll probably do a video. If we get a couple of us together, we'll just do a live, and we'll do a Goose Island stout tasting. I believe I have the Booker's and the Old Forester one left to try for sure. I also have Bottle Logic stout beers as well to try. So we'll have a few that are allocated harder to get. So definitely out there. Hopefully Sean gets back at it. We need our hunt fix. I'll be doing hunts for sure. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want to hang out, I'll be moving over to the RJ Speakeasy on the Discord. Hope to see some of you guys there, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Cheers and peace out.